everyone, it's the Yellow Chili, and we're back with another episode of Let's Play Europa Universalis 4. We just finished aiding our ally in the war, and we're starting off right where we left the game. Not a lot has happened in the past episode. Actually, well, a lot has happened, but we're still high on aggressive expansion. So we can't go to war right away. We're just gonna have to wait a little bit. And what we could do is invest in a new idea, which would give us land maintenance modifier minus 5%. However, we should actually put that right into military technology because we're backwards. These people are already at 8 and we're at 6, so we are a primary target for them. So we're going to put that in here. We now learned what a mortar is, or a cannon, which is quite nice. And what we should do is actually get some of the cannons to attach to our armies. For now, we only have a force limit left of 4. We have 16 out of 20 units. So the number will be limited to 4 in the beginning, and they are quite expensive. So let's check if we can make any more buildings right now. This looks quite promising because it gives us 8. And I think we're going to do that. Oh, and we should actually do that too. We could afford it, almost. And since we're gonna run a little more of a deficit once we build 2 more units, we're probably gonna want to do this first. So let's see. Statine, you want to marry us? You're our vassal. That's great. Let's do that. Where are we on the achievements? Pomeranian succession we completed. Conquer Silesia. We're not going to be able to do that for a while. Prussian expansion. All provinces in the East Prussia area owned by Brandenburg. Well, that is going to be somewhat of a problem. However, Poland is only allied with Bavaria, and I'm quite sure that most of our allies will join a war against Poland. Hungary will, Bohemia will. Austria will not at the moment because they're in debt and they have an attitude of negative... well, they have an attitude towards enemies, a positive attitude. So I assume they're granting them open borders or something. Let's check that. Austria's relation with Poland... Well, maybe not. Actually, we can check this here, whether they're granting military access to Poland. They're not. Okay, so maybe they just won't do that. But I think with Bohemia and Hungary on our side, this war is as good as won. Especially if we build those 2 mortars. The Curia controller has picked a golden bull, Princess Elector by virtue. This is a weird word. Is it really called Princess Elector? By virtue of the powers granted him by God, the Pope has decided to bless us, enacting the following golden bull. Christiana Pietas. The golden bull has the following effects. Total development cost -5 and tolerance of heathen +2. By the way, where are we? We're still Catholic, but reform desire is at 99%, so we really have to pay attention. Because we're going to want to switch to Protestant as soon as it pops up. Because we need to be Protestant in order to form Prussia. We can now do another idea. What's the... Okay, yeah, we're probably just going to do that. Because we're up to date with our diplomatic technology. So, what's that? Transfer trade power from Bohemia. Why would I? Never understood this. What's the advantage of transferring trade power to an AI? Okay, we can now build another building, so let's do that. Okay, we don't have that option anymore. Not +8 anymore. Okay, never mind in that case. Let's get started on the cannons in that case. Yeah, we're doing quite good on cash right now. What's the rebels? Teutonic separatists. plus Marienburg 3.7. I think we can probably counteract that. And then... Are we still at war with anyone? No. So let's disable our forts, which will make us gain a lot more money. Austria wants to marry, we'll do that. Thanks for the offer. Yeah, their attitude is really a pain in the butt. Riga, Bavaria, Goslar, and Silly are gonna come. Okay, Silly is really small. They're not gonna be a problem. I don't think Riga is gonna be a problem. Goslar is not going to be a problem at all. So it's basically just Bavaria and Bohemia. Let's check how many troops they have. Bavaria and Poland, I'm sorry. So let's check for Bavaria first. Bavaria has an army of 8,000. That's not that much. I mean, we could probably take them out easily if we can catch them, that is. Now let's check for Poland. Poland has an army of 23k. That is about as much as Bohemia has. Actually, even a little less. So with the help of Hungary, we give them 1 or 2 provinces. That probably will be okay. Okay, let's drill our armies here, because we definitely need to wait until our aggressive expansion wears off. Okay, here we go. We have our cannons, and we're back at 1.5. We were at over 2 before, so they really cost a lot in maintenance. And maybe we might actually want to change that around, so we have both cannons in one stack, and the other stack will just be like a reinforcement stack. So that we can use one stack to siege, and the other just to stick around in case our siege stack gets attacked. Oh, great! Our army has reached a new level of professionalism, giving us the following ability. May build supply depots. I don't think that's that tempting. We're gonna enable that though. It's gonna increase our land maintenance, but the drill gain is gonna be much higher again. And that's what we need. There's a scandal at the court. A scandal has erupted in the royal court. A recent visitor to the court has publicly accused Princess-elect Louise Victoria I of all manner of outrages, all of which she denies. While the nobility are generally perplexed at the situation, the rampant speculation as to whether there's any truth to these allegations is making it hard to get anything done. So we can either take the blame and move on, for one stability, or we can bribe an advisor to take the blame, and that means we gain 0.5 corruption, lose 26 ducats. I think we're going to do that, because the stability... I like being at 2 stability. I think this event was changed recently. I think before it was like you could present like a scapegoat, or I know that's the one for the parliament, but then the advisor would just leave your court or something, or even die. Like you could cut off his head or something. Athens accepted peace with Venice. Well, good job, Athens. I think you declared independence from Byzantium before. Didn't do any good to you. New ruler in Saxony and Novgorod accepted peace with Denmark. Denmark took a couple provinces. Oh, wow. The what's the order called? The not Teutonic Order, but the I forget. The Livonian Order is gone now, right? They don't exist anymore. Well, Denmark's gonna have a problem with Muscovy, probably. And we need to get going on Poland, because we don't want Denmark to take Memel. Denmark takes Memel, there's no way we can mess with these 3. Anyways. People are drilling, that's nice. Our aggressive expansion is still really, really high, especially with these guys. I don't think we're rivals, however, so let's, got a 6, okay. We could ally Saxony for the time of the war, and then just break the alliance afterwards, because I think allies take reduced aggressive expansion. So that may be an option. We could also wait for Bavaria to get involved in another war. I'm surprised Austria hasn't done anything against this raging Bavaria. All not so interesting. We could hire an advisor. I don't think we can afford that. Advancement of the nobility. The state is not the sole source of influence in our country. Over the last few decades, the charismatic champion of the nobility has successfully managed to increase the power of the leading families of the nobility over most of the institutions of our country. Contacts and privileges can be powerful things, especially combined with ambition. They gain 10 influence. I don't think I mind. Yeah, we still have a couple things we do with the nobility. We have this monopoly on textiles with the burghers. Let's see what we can do to the clergy. We don't have anything going with them. Let's start at the bottom. We could grant them a monopoly on wool. Right. Missionary maintenance, we don't need that. Administrative advisor costs negative or minus 25%. Or we could take the monthly administrative power, but we lose 10 crown land. I don't think we can afford that. Yeah, they don't even gain... their loyalty will even change for the worse, so... Papal influence... Well, the papacy is not really important to us at the moment. We could try improving relations, because I think that gives you more influence with the papacy. What the hell is going on here? Castile is taking over France. Well, no wonder. That's a powerful alliance down there. Why are we losing money again? I don't get that. Okay, I don't think... Yeah, we're not going to be able to accumulate enough favors for Hungary to join the war without demanding any territory. I don't think you need to improve with Riga because we're gonna go to war with them. Well, now he's idle. Okay, so let's call him back. And let's check if we can... Yeah, these guys are still coming. Not too bad. We're gonna want to make sure that Bohemia doesn't take a lot of land. Yeah, I think we're just gonna attempt this right now. I think our war goal... I'm gonna stop drilling here. Our war goal will be Poznan. Because we want to make sure we take these two before Bohemia does. We're gonna take the cannon, go here. It would actually be wise to wait until we have the next military technology. Because like this... It's gonna be difficult. Maybe we shouldn't go for Poland at first at all. Maybe we'll just wait until we call Bohemia in. We're just gonna try dealing... What? Okay. Sure, guys. There's just one single problem. The fort is disabled. Great. Attack right away. Okay. We don't have a siege general. Who are they allied with? Poland, Munster, France. That could be a lot easier if we attack these guys. Then Hungary is not going to join. Neither will Bohemia. Austria will join? Oh, Bohemia is the emperor! Right, Austria isn't the emperor anymore. That explains why Bohemia has so many troops. We need to cut our maintenance. Okay, we gain a general with 50 tradition. Let's see what he can do. Wow, he is in fact really good. That was fortunate. Lack of demand for draperies. Sternberg has long lived off the locally produced draperies, but lately they've been forced to sell their products at reduced prices. If this is due to the temporary whims of fashion, a more permanent change is hard to say, but it is clear that local trade is suffering. That's very regrettable. Augsburg declared war on Bregenz. Is there anybody involved we care about? No. Alright. We can pass another national decision. We can pass the Act of Uniformity. I don't think we want to do any of these. Yeah, we can't do that. Yeah, we're still paying for reinforcements because of these rebels that we just spawned. Okay, now there's no reinforcement anymore. But we're still almost running broke here. But we're gonna attempt this. Okay, the war goal will be Poznan. We're gonna ask Hungary to join us, and we're gonna promise them something. We can take Goslar out. That will be very great. Yeah, no, we have to call him in right now. Monopoly company formed. The realm often grants trading companies the exclusive rights to traffic goods in a region in exchange for a lump sum payment and continuing revenues from the traders. We have just managed to negotiate one such agreement with a group of Brandenburgian entrepreneurs that promise to deliver us a lucrative windfall. We can make a long-term investment for trade efficiency and diplomatic power, or we can demand payment in full. We do not earn a lot of gold from trade. In fact, 15% of that would only mean 24, would only mean like 0.4 more per month. So the 50 diplo power is tempting though. I think we're gonna go with ducats in this case. We really need those. Yeah, that's gonna take a while. See, now they're gonna siege that down, and I think they have a claim on it, so they're gonna keep it to themselves. That's what I thought. Okay, Osterode was just taken by Riga and Poland. Okay, Bohemia is gonna die here. They stack wiped them. Great job, Bohemia. Great job. Okay, who's that? Bayreuth, Bohemia. Yeah, we're gonna go down here. We're not gonna care about the rest. Goslar, we need you to end your alliance with Poland. Declared war on Armagnac. We don't care about that. Yeah, we need to peace out Bavaria as soon as we can. But we need a fort for that, I'm quite sure. Okay, some general just died. That's fine. Are we making money off of that? Yes, we are. Bohemia's hiring troops like crazy. And Hungary is sieging down Poznan for us. That's nice. Okay, we can now do the next military technology. That is really good. Because we needed that. And we can do that too. Get another diplomat, which is also quite handy. But I'm really looking forward to getting that, the national tax modifier plus 10%. Okay, things aren't too bad right now. Croatia is sieging that down. They're almost done even. Can we go here? No, not there. Yeah. That's nice, Poland. I like it. They're attacking Poznan now. But that's gonna take a while until they siege that down. So... And Bavaria will be out in a second, so they're not gonna be a problem. What about Silly? They're still in. Riga is still in. It's gonna be a pain going up there to siege them down. Historically, this war is a little bit inaccurate. There were wars between Prussia and Poland, but Brandenburg and Poland, there wasn't a lot going on for most of the late Middle Ages, I believe, and early Renaissance. It was mostly with the involvement of Muscovy and later Russia that something happened. So, okay, we won that siege. So Bavaria should be out now. Yeah, they're completely done. We're gonna take as much as we can. We can make them release a couple people. Actually, I would even prefer that to transferring trade power. Can we make them return cores? How about Baden? How about Stuttgart? We have a personal union with Ansbach, so if we make them return cores to Ansbach, that will give us more aggressive expansion, and that's something we just can't afford. We're just gonna take their money. Alright, great. Well, let's start sieging down some stuff. Okay, Hungary, if Bohemia takes all of that, I will not be able to give you any of it. No, you consider these provinces to be of vital interest. Interesting. Extension of the monopoly on textiles. The monopoly on textiles. Oh yeah, we refused to do that before. If we revoke that, their loyalty will change by 20%. Okay, let's just extend it. We'll take the money. It's fine. Boundary dispute. The lack of good maps or tools to create accurate maps has helped our cause in the border region of Mecklenburg. Our local authorities have been able to make use of certain ambiguities to make a convincing case that Neubrandenburg should in fact belong to Brandenburg. Well, that's what the name says, right? Rather than to Mecklenburg. Should we press these claims, or would it be better to let them slide? I don't care about Mecklenburg's opinion. Our aggressive expansion is going to kill us anyways. Give to the state. The nobility and the businessmen of the realm have decided to reward our good governance of the recent years by donating cash to the treasury. Some out of pure patriotism, others in exchange for honorary titles and positions. We had this before. We're going to take more money, definitely. And Bohemia, I'm sorry, but since you guys took that, I'm just going to have to take this from you. Oops, didn't mean to do that. The sweating sickness spreads through Berlin, a virulent disease that kills peasants, clergy, merchants, and nobles alike. Within hours of infection, spreads quickly throughout Berlin-Cologne, creating widespread panic and death. It's the coronavirus! Louise Victoria flees the city, we lose one stability. Spend every effort to limit these effects. We lose a couple ducats, or we lose Diplo power. We're gonna lose the ducats. And we can purchase an ability. We're gonna take that Justified Wars, because it'll give us aggressive expansion impact minus 10%. Okay, Bohemia was re-elected as emperor. Which is nice for us. I hope they can make that in time, because I don't think we can go through here. That was really good. That gave us a lot of war score. Let's see what we can take. I definitely want the claims. Only Mecklenburg minds that. Riga 2, Dithmarschen. Well, the usual, right? So we're gonna start improving with them now. Dithmarschen. Who else was on the list? Lüneburg, Lübeck, Goslar. Lüneburg, Lübeck. Great. Let's improve relations with them. And we're at the end of a year. We can definitely postpone the end of the war until the end of next year. Especially since we still have stuff to siege down. So we won that siege. We're gonna take Königsberg next. Okay, we re-sieged our own province. I kind of want to make sure our allies join in here. And honestly, now's the time to get some more cannons here. Silly wants to make peace with us. That is great. We have no diplomats to send, that is true. In that case, let's recall this diplomat. I don't think 61 will be... 61 will be sufficient, I believe. Okay, so let's do that. We don't want to make you a vassal. We're just gonna do that. They accepted the peace offer, of course. Who's Austria fighting? Oh, nobody. People are just marching through their territory. Poland has a lot of units here. We're gonna be in trouble. No, we're not. It appears everybody's getting ready here. Take their vast army. Yeah, but we also have to keep in mind that we want to give some stuff to Hungary. That is right. We might want to take that too. Yeah, we probably can. And if we give this to Hungary, and that, that'll be 100 war score. Okay, it works. We can do it. I always wonder what they do with their ships. Like, of course they just disappear. If I now, the moment I take all the provinces here on the border of the Eastern Baltic Sea, their ships will just disappear. But I mean, it's not that they sink instantly, right? So they should actually, there should be a way to force them to give them to us. Yeah, we need more cannons, definitely. What's the HRE look like? I think we're gonna recast our vote for Austria because we really want them to be emperor again. Because Austria is kind of a worthless ally if they're not emperor. Okay, guys, please. The walls should be breached. We're at 42%. And we have the birth of colonialism. You're kidding, that's the general we just got. Okay, well, he had a short life. The discovery of the New World has heralded a new era, not only for the colonizers and the colonized, it has also led the spread of materials and techniques as well as a realization of the vastness of the globe. As animals, crop types, silver, and diseases spread across the Atlantic, the first steps have been taken towards a truly global economy. Foreign lands and people being mapped and documented, ideas as well as religious and philosophical debate are increasingly being colored by what we have found in overseas societies. Great minds feel the need to question what was once truth, and from London to Fatehpur Sikri, the nature of the world is now up for debate. This changes everything. Let's see where it spawned. And if it can get to us. It spawned in London. That is kind of... Actually, it is really good. Especially since this is controlled by Flanders, because they are not... They have no rivals. Okay, so it's going to spread here, and then it's going to go through the Low Countries and directly to us. That's really good. Like, I've had it spawn in Portugal sometimes, and then if there's some sort of rivalry going on here, it takes forever to spread to Europe. So, this is actually a lot better. Land theft. Many land donations are quite old, and while they are always written down, both landscape and names may well have changed since Sorry, guys. Since a donation was originally written, recently the clergy have been accusing several members of the nobility of outright land theft in the form of encroaching on lands donated to the clergy long ago. The nobility, on the other hand, argue that it is the clergy who are trying to seize land areas they do not own. Whoever we decide to side with will become the majority landholder in the area. So we can now choose. We're going to have to side with the nobility. We favor neither of them. They're both going to be pissed, so that doesn't do us any good. We're going to favor the nobility because they're at 45, which now makes them... Oh, shoot. I meant to do this the other way around. Yeah, I'm just an idiot. An incident in the Empire has begun. The King of Burgundy wishes to join the Holy Roman Empire. So Burgundy is not split up. In fact, it's been quite successful in conquering most of France. Oh. Welcome Charles I of Burgundy to the Empire. They will become part of the Holy Roman Empire. Then their entry. Burgundy gains subjugation CB on Cologne, Mainz, Trier. And restoration of Union CB on us, on the Palatinate and Saxony. The Emperor favors this option. I think we favor this option too. Because we're not going for an HRE victory here. We're gonna go for conquest victory. And we don't want Burgundy to be part of the Empire. Just gonna make things harder later on. Okay, we're gonna go and attack these guys now. Follow them and take them out. We have very high war exhaustion, apparently. We're going to reduce that. Okay, we stack wiped them. Can we make a separate piece with these guys? Yes, we can. Great. Let's go back here. Let's see if we can enforce our demand. What? Oh, okay. We can. But a lot of people are not going to like it. So we will improve relations with Anhalt again. Who else is on the list? Denmark. Mecklenburg, Saxony. Gonna improve relations with them again. And we're gonna wait until the end of the year. That may help too. Are there any provinces that still have any loot in them? Yes, let's go here. And here, so we can avoid losing money. $857? That's reinforcement, right? Yeah, well, we're gonna be out of troops in a second, so there's no need to reinforce. Shoot, we need to make peace, because otherwise these rebels are gonna take Warsaw. Okay, we're gonna wait as long as we can. Bribes are growing more accepted. What is the difference between an honest man and a fool? The fool doesn't know he's being swindled. So goes an increasingly common saying in Brandenburg, the spirit of which is proven through a more sinister change in the social fabric. Bribes are beginning to be seen as a natural consequence of the market, where any action carries a price. Those who refuse to take bribes are viewed as precisely what the saying suggests, fools. Worse than fools, since they are deliberately refusing money, could be theirs. The consequences of this cynicism is that any form of power truly corrupts, and no one who believes it is immune, not even the Princess Elector. So we keep gaining corruption. Yeah, we're just gonna do that. Okay, we have fulfilled a mission. Prussian expansion. Gain 100 military power, which is really nice because it means we can do this now. It reduces our land maintenance and we get national tax modifier plus 10%. That together with disabling the forts should get us in the positives regarding our gold. Now the only problem is Poland, yeah, that will wear off before they can declare on us. Denmark could potentially join a coalition. Riga can't, because they were in the war. And I think we still have a truce with Mecklenburg, right? No, we do not. So Mecklenburg could join with Denmark. Anhalt, let's send them a gift. That was cheap. Great job. Anhalt is out of the picture. What about Lübeck? Lübeck is fine. Stettin is our vassal. Lüneburg is fine. Magdeburg is our vassal. I think, oh, these guys are at war. And they have a truce, right? Because they were in the war. A truce until June 1509. Yeah, it'll wear off until then. Yeah, we should be fine. We're losing money due to corruption. Not money, we're getting more corruption. New mercenary company, okay. Bayreuth entered a royal marriage with Bohemia, that's good. Okay, does Bohemia still want those provinces? No. They're not red anymore, that means they're not considered provinces of vital interest by them. They even want to marry us, we're gonna agree with that. And we have 10 favors, that's beautiful. Because Denmark, we will grant you military access, definitely. And we're gonna start improving relations. I think you're at war, right? I thought you were at war, but apparently you're not. Yeah, so let's improve anyways, so that they don't join a coalition. Education for the poor. A religious local philanthropist has begun to create schools for poor children in Dramberg. The ambition is to bring literacy to the poor and educate them in a way of the Catholic faith. Of course, there are those who would argue that this is not an activity without risks. So we can either choose to say this is an excellent initiative, gaining 4 local unrest, but also 1 innovativeness, and the clergy gains 10 influence. They have currently -7. What? Or we cannot allow this and they lose more loyalty, which is something we definitely don't want. They have no influence. Oh, because they had decline of the clergy and land theft tolerated. That's great. We're gonna do that. Why? Oh, because they have influence now. Okay. Why are we still losing money? I don't get that. Okay, we're gonna make you guys practice for now. And we're gonna... First of all, we're gonna core everything. And then... we should actually try to make 1 or 2 more buildings. We could create a workshop in Prignitz. I think we're gonna do that. 4.7. We want to increase our trade. Doesn't make any sense because we're not collecting here. Do we have a merchant available? No. I don't think we want to do that. Oh, because we're rooting out corruption, yeah. No. How many maintenance is... Oh, we're over the force limit? I am 100% sure there was a 20 here before. And it's interesting that this is now only 19. How can it decrease? Fortification effort. Our decisions to focus on the defensive has led to local commanders building fortifications to hide behind. Great. Bible translated. Wait a second. We can switch. Priest in Danzig has translated the Bible to our language and has started to distribute copies of it to nearby villages through Danzig. Either that's heresy, we gain an opinion boost with everybody, or we can say change the religion in Danzig to Protestant. It's only 10, and I think we want to do that. Let's check the map here. Is there any... Yeah. Oh, right. It's spawned in Brittany. That was the first Protestant province, apparently. But if we're gonna... If we're switching here... yeah, we're gonna switch to Protestant. But for now, that is gonna be it. We're well over the 30-minute mark. I hope you enjoyed this, guys. If you did, please like, share the video, or leave a message. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to this channel. I really like that. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.